This video is about PayPal cases.
Yeah, so you're going to get a few PayPal cases as you go. They're pretty actually rare, so they're not too bad, but you will get them from time to time. So we're just going to run through a PayPal case for you now.
Our eyes will be darting to the screen and back.
Yeah. So when you go onto PayPal, you'll have your your dashboard for PayPal. You have open cases here as well, and then up in
the tools,
drop down menu, tools and resolution center. So either way, you kind of get an exclamation mark though right next to open cases, which lets you know that you have one.
Yeah. So we're going to go to the resolution center now. When a case can be opened for many number of reasons, say like item not received, it can be item not as described, just similar to the eBay cases. Except with PayPal, it can be up to 160 days after the transaction. So it's quite a long time. Now, usually if they say, oh, the item's damaged or, I'm not happy with the quality of the item, they're not going to win the case because they haven't responded within the 30 days that we do allow for that. And anything after that, stuff can happen to an item. I break items often, and I'm not going to go like half a year later, go back and say, hey, this shouldn't have happened.
You do have to be careful with PayPal because I guess these kind of cases are renowned for people who they're basically trying to scam you.
Or they're just pushing their luck as well because they're just gutted about something that I want my money back or something, and it's way after the sort of reasonable amount of time.
But I've had a few fraud cases where somebody's stolen somebody else's details. It's no big deal. It's no sweat off of our backs.
Yeah. So what Matt's talking about there, he's talking about like unauthorized transactions and that kind of stuff. Some people have used other people's cards. Sometimes it's someone in the family though. I've had ones where it's someone in the family have bought something on their card.
But it's not your job to then refund them and lose the money. PayPal are the ones who take the hit. So it's not an issue.
Yeah, and with those, we're going to show you now how to upload information. But with the unauthorized transactions, when they go through, we can actually provide information like tracking and everything like that as well. But anyway, this is a case. What a case looks like.
This is a resolution center, guys. So come on to the resolution center. You got case sort of summary, open cases, closed cases. As you see, I've got one open here. It's then broken down into 4 sections. Sometimes a buyer's just messaging you. It's just a simple case for replying them. Awaiting buyer's response, but that's irrelevant to us really. Response is required. So usually when you first get a case, response required. Make sure you do respond to it as quickly as possible. Just get it over and done with.
That's just because if you don't respond to it, there's actually a date at which the case will expire. And if you don't respond during that time, what will happen is PayPal pretty much automatically favour the buyer. So the problem with that is,
and you get a £15.
Oh, okay. If it's an unauthorized transaction, the bank actually charges PayPal, and PayPal put that onto you. So not only will you lose the whole entire sale, which is losing money anyway, there's that £15 fine. Now these are very, very rare. It's just the reason why we're sort of sounding like like it's a little bit serious is because it needs to be done. Action needs to be taken on them. Because if it is, I've had something like more than 9 times out of 10, PayPal have always said this is covered by our was it called something policy? It's a policy that theirs.
They cover you.
they've got cover for it. So if they know that you've uploaded the right details and you responded like you should before the date that they set, before the expiry date, it's fine. They'll make sure that they'll take the hit and you still keep the money. Yeah, and it gets released because they actually hold the payment. And every time a case is open, they hold that transaction, that amount of money on PayPal
until you win the case. But so guys, we'll dive right in. Here's the case that's been open. I have responded to it, but we'll just we'll go through how you guys will respond to it. So usually response required, you press view.
Yeah. So this is one we've already responded to, but this is the only case we've got open today. So we just thought we'd show you an example of what they look like, but it's still pretty straightforward once you go on it.
Also, the fact that this is the only case we've had to show you shows that these are pretty rare.
Yeah, that's true. Considering how many transactions we have.
So what we'll do is we'll come into the transaction. This one's an unauthorized transaction, as you can see. Buyers reported it, blah, blah, blah. You'll have a section where you can upload your information and your response. So for me, I've had to put in Aquiline International is my courier, and here's my tracking number. And as a note, I just added a little bit extra details, which now say delivered on Saturday, 13th of October at 1:05 p.m. I put the 1:05 p.m. because it means it kind of shows PayPal I'm on it. I know the exact time that it was even delivered. Kind of goes a long way. So how did I get this information? So if I'm in a case, I have access to the buyer's name, So I'm just going to highlight this, go into orders on my easync account. Okay.
So
Now
this is the quickest way of finding the tracking details.
I go over to my search tab over here, type in the name. They haven't come up. Let's have a look.
Is the email got to put in, or
I'll try this. I usually just do the surname. Try the surname as well.
are you on the right eSync account?
Yeah. 1 second, guys.
Should we just edit this bit out?
There we go.
Oh,
So
that's me saying we should edit this bit out. Let me find it.
no, it's fine. Sometimes it does take a little while to find, you know, and you might have to try a few different variables. So here it is, just to check as well. It's £23.15. Back to PayPal case, £23.25. It is the same case. I know what's happened.
Yeah.
It's just prices altered slightly on Amazon.
Just to note on there, if for some reason the name wasn't coming up, but you know it's your sale, it's going to be on your account. You can actually click on the transaction ID. It'll take you to the original transaction, where it actually shows the eBay ID as well.
So you can. That's another.
And you
quick
can
way
use
of
the eBay
finding it.
ID on the orders page to search for it. So again, it's still really easy and simple to find the details on eSync.
Definitely. I then go on to, so here it is on easync, and how I find the details is tracking will be there. So I'm just going to click on that.
And it takes you straight to the tracking page with the tracking number already entered, so it shows you the details. And this allows us to know if it has been delivered, and we can see that it has.
So here we go. It's delivered. Package arrived, fine, blah, blah, blah. Delivered.
Wow, that was fast on the same day.
Yeah, precisely. So
Just shows you how quick the delivery is as well.
so happy days, and that is why. And so I just update that information into my tracking.
Yeah.
All done. Simple as that. And that's how you just close the case, really, guys. Then it will take a little bit of time for PayPal to review it. And then
what it shows PayPal as well is that it shows, because we've given that information, shows that we have sent the item. We can't just get the item back, because we often get a message from eBay or something going, oh, there's an unauthorized transaction, please don't send out the item. And it could be like weeks ago, or like this one months ago. So it just shows them, hey, this item's not coming back, has been sent, here's proof that it's been sent. You can do follow up as well, extra notes, because I've put a bit extra. So say if it's an item that's been sent abroad, I even say, well, this is the tracking from eBay as well. This should be covered by eBay's policy, or this has been sent through the eBay GSP program. So you can add all those extra little bits. I've even said before that because this is true, the address sometimes it does match up on PayPal and eBay. So I know I've sent it to the correct address. So if it's gone to the right person. Who's the owner of the account and that card. So, they again, you just have to back yourself up.
Yeah.
Put as much information as there as possible. PayPal will read it, and they're more likely that you win the case. So it's actually quite straightforward.
Yeah, definitely. But nothing too much to worry about.
No.
If the buyer does win the case, this does rarely happen, but occasionally it does. It's just a simple case of phoning up PayPal and appealing it, and usually it will then go back into your favour.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we'll see you in the next video.